Amsterdam in the 1600s was a city rising out of water, ambition, and trade. By the early 17th century, this was one of the busiest ports on Earth. More than 200,000 people lived here by mid-century. Ships arrived daily from Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Money, goods, ideas, and danger flowed through these canals. In this video, I use modern AI tools to bring historic paintings, engravings, and prints to life, allowing us to shift perspective, change camera angles, and move through the same scenes in ways their original artists never could. We can step into the foreground, glide along the water, and look past the frame. It's a way to experience Amsterdam's golden age as something living and physical. First, I want to talk about the harbor where this story begins by the early 1600s. This view shows Amsterdam's harbor facing the IJ. The water is crowded with masts. Hundreds of ships sit shoulder to shoulder, their hulls dark with tar. In the foreground, sailors unload barrels and crates. In the distance, the skyline bristles with warehouses and church towers. The air smells of salt, fish, and damp wood. You hear shouting in Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish, and languages from farther away. Dockworkers haul spices, timber, sugar, and grain. Every movement feels hurried, but this harbor is dangerous. Fires break out easily, ships collide. Disease arrives with every voyage. Plague outbreaks still haunt the city, including severe waves in 1603 and 1625. This port mattered because it powered the Dutch Republic's economy. After independence from Spain was declared in 1581, Amsterdam became the beating heart of global trade. Later, docks would be reorganized and expanded. Steam and steel would replace sail and rope. Today, this same waterfront survives in fragments, reshaped, but still tied to the city's identity. This view shows Dam Square around 1620. The ground is wide and open, paved with uneven stones. At its center rises the old medieval dam on the Amstel River. Crowds gather here from every direction. Merchants argue over prices. Messengers push through on foot. Street sellers shout about bread, fruit, and hot pies. Church bells echo across the square. Tension is always present. Public punishments sometimes take place here. Political unrest simmers beneath daily life, especially during wars with Spain and England. Pickpockets blend easily into the crowd. Dam Square mattered because it was Amsterdam's civic core. Power, trade, and justice intersected here. In 1648, the Peace of Westphalia confirmed Dutch independence, and this square reflected that confidence. Later, the medieval structures would be replaced. Today, the royal palace dominates the space, but the square remains a gathering point. This view shows the Amsterdam Exchange, completed in 1611. The building is long and orderly with arched walkways. Merchants stand in clusters beneath the roof, papers in hand. The sound here is quieter but intense. Low voices, scratching quills. Deals sealed with a nod. Shares of the Dutch East India Company change hands, but speculation is risky. Fortunes vanish overnight. The famous tulip market collapse of 1637 leaves many ruined. Trust is fragile. This exchange mattered because it helped invent modern capitalism. Stocks, futures, and global finance all take shape here. Later exchanges would modernize and move. Today, the original building no longer survives, but its legacy defines global finance. This view shows the Herengracht, part of the Grand Canal ring begun in 1613. Elegant houses line the water, their gables tall and narrow. Reflections ripple in the canal below. Inside these homes live merchants and regents. Servants scrub steps. Boats glide past carrying wine and furniture. The smell of smoke and soap drifts from open windows. Yet wealth brings tension. Class divisions sharpen. The canals also collect waste. Stagnant water spreads illness in hot summers. The canal ring mattered because it showed deliberate urban planning. It symbolized order, wealth, and control over nature. Later, canals would be cleaned and regulated. Today, this same canal still exists, remarkably preserved. This view shows the Jordan in the 1600s, just west of the canals. The streets are narrow and muddy. Houses lean close together. Here live artisans, sailors, families, and migrants. You hear children, looms, and arguments through thin walls. Markets spill into the streets. Life is harder here. Fires spread quickly. Food shortages hit the poor first. Riots break out during high taxes or grain shortages, especially in the 1620s. The Jordaan mattered because it housed the labor behind Amsterdam's wealth. Over time, reforms improved sanitation. Today, the Jordaan survives as a popular neighborhood, once poor, now prized. This view shows the Westerkerk shortly after its completion in 1631. Its tall tower dominates the skyline. In the foreground, funeral processions move slowly. Inside, the church is plain and bright. No images, just light and sound. Rembrandt would later be buried here in 1669. Religion here is powerful but restrained. Calvinism shapes public life. Other faiths are tolerated quietly, not publicly. The Westerkerk mattered as a symbol of Protestant identity. Today, its tower still watches over the city. This view shows the VOC shipyards. Massive hulls rest on wooden supports. Workers hammer planks into place. The smell of pitch fills the air. Men work fast, racing deadlines. Ships are sent to Asia for years at a time. Danger is constant. Explosions, falls, and brutal discipline are common. Thousands die on voyages. The VOC, founded in 1602, mattered because it made Amsterdam a global power. Later, the company collapsed in 1799. Today, these yards are gone, but their impact reshaped the world. This view shows the Jewish quarter near the Amstel. Portuguese Jewish families arrive after fleeing Iberia. Synagogues quietly form. Trade thrives here. Diamond cutting and commerce flourish. Yet safety is never guaranteed. This community mattered because it added knowledge, capital, and culture. Today, traces remain in street names and museums. This view shows Amsterdam's defensive walls in the mid-1600s. Bastions stretch across the horizon. Cannons face outward. Soldiers drill. Watchmen scan the distance. Fear of invasion is real, especially during wars with England. These walls mattered for security. Later, they were demolished as the city expanded. Today, only faint outlines remain in parks and streets. This final view shows Amsterdam at dusk. Lanterns flicker along canals. Church bells fade into night. The city feels close, alive, fragile.